Hello, everybody. Welcome to People Online. We were running a series on management book reviews. The last in this pack is Ikigai, a bestseller by Hector Gracia and Francis Miralles, published by Penguin Life. The video attempts to capture the essence of the book. However, this by no means is a book summary. What is Ikigai? Ikigai is a Japanese word made up of two terms, Iki and Gai. Iki means life and Gai means something worthwhile. So combining the two, we get something that makes life worthwhile, makes us happy. As we go along, we would realize that Ikigai is a way of life. About the authors. Hector Gracia was born in Calpe in Spain. He worked at CERN, which is the European Organization for Nuclear Research in Geneva, and he worked there as an IT recruitment specialist. He subsequently moved to Japan and settled there, and he has authored several books on Japanese culture. Francis Miralles was born in Barcelona in Spain, so both authors are from Spain. By training a journalist and a linguist, Francis wears multiple hats. He's a distinguished author, a musician, and a columnist for several newspapers and magazines. What are the keys to making life worthwhile and being happy? We could group the various suggestions in this book under four headings: purpose, flow, activity, and healthy habits. Keys to making life worthwhile. Purpose. We are in a state of elation when we are able to do something purposeful. The picture shows soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo breaking into a trademark celebration after scoring a goal. Now, how do we know that what we are doing is in alignment with our purpose? Okay, so what we are doing is purposeful when it passes through four checks. And these are: do we love doing it? Are we good at doing it? Do we get paid for doing it? And does it serve the need of the world? If the answer is yes to all four questions, then an Ikigai materializes. Propounded by Viktor Frankl, Logotherapy is a school of psychotherapy that describes a search for life's meaning or purpose as the central human motivational force. Experiencing meaning, therefore, can help us cope with suffering and adversity. Thus, logotherapy is in complete alignment with Ikigai in terms of its emphasis on purpose. Now, how does logotherapy work? Let us look at a story that the book showcases. An elderly doctor was not able to overcome a deep depression that he had fallen into after the death of his wife. After 2 years, he went to Frankl for help. During the course of the discussion, Frankl asked the doctor what would have happened to his wife if he had died earlier. The doctor came out of depression once he realized that there is a compelling reason behind his continuing to live. Like purpose, flow can promote happiness and well-being. Flow got renewed attention and interest thanks to the effort put in by authors like Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. Mihai described flow to be a state where people feel completely immersed in what they're doing. Accompanying feelings range from pleasure to delight. Creative faculties are activated and one tends to lose the sense of time. I think it has happened to all of us. Now, how to attain the flow state at will? Okay, so there are three conditions that the book mentions. One, choose a somewhat difficult task. We need to step outside our comfort zone. For example, learning a new software. Two, we need to set clear objectives. Without objectives, a start may not lead to a desired end. Example, learning a new software by March end and use it to make the report for April. And three, We need to focus on tasks in hand, concentrating hard on each single task and manage distractions. Example, putting the phone on silent mode. It is not hard to see that our ability to concentrate is a powerful enabler in achieving flow. The book provides some suggestions. Mobile phone discipline. Avoid looking at the screen in the first and last hour of the day. Enforce phone free periods and switch off notifications. Digital detox. Similarly, stay away from electronic gadgets 1 day in a week at least. Pomodoro technique. Take a 5-minute break after a 25-minute period of focused work, which helps to maintain concentration without tiring. Focus on your breath to stay in the present. Work in a secluded space, for example, in a cafe or a library or a cubicle. Apart from tasks that are daunting and challenging, like learning a software, we often get to perform tasks that are mundane. Microflow is the art of injecting the right amount of challenge into mundane tasks to induce flow. Example, washing dishes is a mundane task, but when one designs and enforces a methodology of cleaning, a challenge is born. And this book ascribes this example to Bill Gates. Thus, flow can turn our workplaces into areas of personal growth. Activities make us happy. Suggestions in this book includes walking to work or taking a daily walk, avoiding the escalator as far as possible, replacing television and social media with in-person social meets, playing with children and pets. Long periods of sitting have an association with negative health outcomes. So if the job is sedentary, periods of standing helps. And there is a clear suggestion that one should try and avoid being inactive. In fact, in Japanese, there is no word which is equivalent to retirement. So even after retirement, people lead a very active life, and the life expectancy is the highest in Japan. It's about 20% higher than the global average. Good health and happiness have a deep connect. Okinawa Islands in Japan are well known for the longevity of its inhabitants. Diet in Okinawa typically includes at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. Eating the rainbow. Eating the rainbow is a concept encouraging the consumption of a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables to ensure that one gets a wide range of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Then grains, fish, tofu, and sanchin cha, which is a mix of green tea and jasmine tea. The concept of hara hachibu. Hara hachibu advocates that while eating, when you notice you're about 80% full, stop. In Japan, the practice of serving small portions in small plates is in accordance with the above principle. Hara hachibu aids in digestion and prevents overeating and weight gain. Exercises help us to stay healthy. The book mentions radio tai chi, qigong, shiatsu, and yoga. At least 7 to 9 hours of sleep needed every day. In sleep, the body produces melatonin. Melatonin increases immunity, youth, and vitality. To facilitate sleep, rationalize alcohol and tobacco consumption, the book suggests. Continually building resilience is also a good, healthy habit. The essence of resilience is summed up pretty nicely by the Japanese proverb that you see over there. Uh, it says, fall down 7 times and get up 8. For building emotional resilience, one can fall back on Buddhist and Stoic philosophies that advocate controlling pleasures, emotions, and desires thereby curbing our ego and resultant overreactions to setbacks. Mindfulness can also help maintain composure when faced with adversity and focus on analyzing the resultant impact. The concept of anti fragility is a new concept which the book brings to the table, and it advocates analyzing and mitigating risks so as to reduce the impact of an adverse outcome. For example, investing in a number of stocks spreads the risk as opposed to putting all eggs in one basket. Conclusion. So we conclude that Ikigai is a way of life that advocates A. Living life purposefully, B. Going with the flow, C. Living an active life, and D. Living a healthy life. If you would like to make a beginning, you can by defining your purpose. The 4 questions that would help you to sort are A. Do you like doing it? B. Are you good at doing it? C. Do you get paid for doing it? And D. Does it serve the need of the world? All the best.